Alright, so let me do this. Alright, and we're back. So, we've got some stuff to do. Yesterday, we made the sink, the fryer, the freezer, and the trays of stuff. We also made this very simple thing to stand on, and these mountains here in the background. And I brought them into Godot. And let me open up the Godot project real quick, and I'll just show it off. Because there's some errors we have to fix. The main one being that a lot of the stuff was not smooth shaded, so I'll drag the GLB in, and everything looks pretty much like it should. I don't think we have any major modifiers missing. All that looks really nice. The only thing is, like, you can see the those, you know, how it's all like digital looking. I don't know how to describe it, blocky. That's because we have this isn't smooth shaded, so we just need to enable that in Blender. I'm not sure if there's a way to do it in Godot. It could be, possibly, but I don't know. So I'm going to go back to Blender and fix some of those issues now, and then we'll just re-import. That's what I normally do. So to fix that, we go to Object, and then we go Shade Smooth, I think. That should do it. Should at least help us out a little bit. And nice. So we're also going to do that to our sink here, and that'll make it look totally different. So if I go to Object, Shade Smooth, you can see that it's all shaded smooth now. So we might have to change that up a little bit, but for now we'll just leave it as it is. And let's see what we need to do. Cool. So this is going to be like a river of blood, so that's why it's just like that. I'm going to change it to like just a red. I'm actually going to use the red material right there. So that'll give us our vibe right there. And yeah, so I'm completely blanking. What would we say we're gonna do? So I had an idea to add like some blocking for these corners and just make like kind of like a thing. And I think I'm gonna try that out now. So I'm gonna go to Add. Do I want a cube? I believe I do. And then I'll bring it over to the corner here. And then I also wanted to make like an altar to put the food on once it's done. And I figured the food itself would be like burgers and fries, just regular shit. Because it would be hard for the player. I mean, it'd be like horror themed if it would be like bugs and like Fear Factor shit. But, you know, it's like if you get an order for a bug burger, you're like, I don't fucking eat that, dude. I don't know what the fuck that is. So it'd be better if it was like, you know, regular food. And then I think the demons are going to like poke their head over the mountains and then yell out their order. They're going to be like huge and shit. I think that would be cool. Yeah, at least it'll get some clicks on a YouTube thumbnail. Anyway, we can go here, and I'm going to add the subdivision surface. I think I'm going to add the simple one. And if I just do it like 3 times and I apply it, oh shit. And I apply it, and then I go to wireframe, so that kind of subdivided it up a little bit. Now I can grab, I'm going to go into sculpt mode, and my favorite tool is the snake hook. So I'm just going to kind of make this more a little more, so it looks like blocks, you know, like ancient type blocks or whatever. I'm going to carve some runes in them, so you really feel like you're a prisoner in this. I was gonna call it Limbo King. I thought that was pretty funny, because Burger Kings are like, you know, the lowest of the low places you can eat. So, at least in my experience, maybe people are fans of Burger King. I don't know. Yeah, so let's grab draw, and let's see if I want to make this smaller. And I'm gonna turn on Dino Topo. Let me make sure I'm streaming. Nice. Okay, so I am coming through. And then we gotta do like some type of like weird sigil rune. So maybe we can do like actually I want to subtract. Can we do that? And then turn the strength all the way up and then make it even smaller. And have like, I don't know, that's just an S, but have, you know, something like you know, just nonsense. Something that looks cool. There we go. And then let's go to object, shade smooth. So I have an idea to make this look actually decent. I gotta go to Texture Haven real quick and grab a rock texture. And I'll open that up and we'll put it over here. So I want to go to some type of rock. I want like a darker, almost like volcanic looking rock. So that might actually be better for the mountains than the meat texture. I think I'm actually going to let's not worry about it right now. So a lot of these look good. I'm just trying to, I kind of want like a dark blackish one, but it's got to be like full on rock, you know. I don't want like soil. And then I can always alter the picture a little bit in GIMP, so I think that's good. Yeah, that looks pretty otherworldly. So we'll download that. And then I'll just open it up. Shit, I'm not using you. There we go. Let's go. Open with Windows Explorer. We want to copy. We're going to cut that, and then we're going to put it into horror cooking game textures. Alright, look at that. It's very exciting content, a loading screen. So now let's rename this to, what was it? We're going to call it Dark Rock. Dark Rock. 93.1, Dark Rock. So we have them in there. Let's make that new material and call it Dark Rock. Then we'll go here, image texture, open. And then we need to go to the textures, the dark rock, and the diffuse. We throw that in there. So that looks a little better, kind of like crap actually. So then we'll grab it. We're going to hit A and say UV. Actually, let me control A and then apply the scale. I'm also going to turn on my screencast keys. So there we go. Then we'll grab it and we'll edit and say UV, probably smart UV project, and then we'll just see what that looks like. So that's more what I'm going for. And then I gotta plug in some more stuff to this to make it look better. Oh, did I leave the... Nice. I left that up there. Awesome, there we go. Now I'm a real streamer. Let me open that back up. Perfect. Okay, so... we got our block right over there. We got to add some more stuff here. Let's add another texture that's an image, and then we're going to add a normal, whoop, sorry, I meant to hit search, normal map. We'll throw that in. This is going to make it look a lot better. We put the normal to the normal, we put the color to the color, and then we open up the texture that we want, which is the dark rock normal. So then we go to rendered, and that looks kind of cool. We add a light point, and we'll pull that over here, and we got to turn it up. So that's what our rock looks like. And then I was thinking about maybe trying to apply a texture to the inside panels, like this. So I'm going to go to texture paint, and actually I might just I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave it for now. Yeah, there are a few things I could do. I'm thinking, like, if I wanted them to glow, I kind of want that area to glow. I could, like, make another copy of the, like, image and then put it in GIMP, and then I could apply a shader in Godot. But that's going to be, like, a pain in the ass, and I just want, like, something simple for now. So let's just shrink it down a little bit, and we'll put it here. And I just wanted to make like just a simple stack of them, and then maybe we'll put some type of head at the top to give it like some zazz, because it's really lacking any zazz right now. Yeah, I think we kind of want them to actually stack, because even a child can stack blocks. So we'll do another one up here. And then we'll spin it to about right there. And then maybe we'll add some type of texture in the future to make like those light up or something, or I'll adjust it in Godot. I kind of have some things planned out. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking something like that all around the outside, like here, here, and here. And then maybe like some type of like chains kind of wrapping around, but it would just be like a shader or something. So let's go to rendered. Yeah, and are we gonna make some type of demon head for this? Probably, when I start bringing in make human models. I'm gonna shrink this one down just a little bit. I think the whole thing needs to be shrunken down. And then we can actually add some connecting structure in here. I think that would look a little better. So we'll just move this up, and then I'm actually going to rotate these at more random angles. And yeah, that would look cooler. And then I'll put like some type of particle effect inside there, and we'll just make them float in Godot with a little animation player. I think that would be cool. So we'll have those there. I think we should make them smaller. Maybe a little bigger than that, just like right there. Nice. So we'll put them kind of in the corner now, since I've decided they're going to be floating, and then I'll just have a particle effect kind of coming up. That'll look way cooler, I promise. But for now, I'm just going to put them around. Well, actually, no, I only need one, because I'll just duplicate them in Godot. So that's there. And then I wanted some type of ancient blocks for the walls, got that one. A griddle for the burgers, we need to design that. So let me grab a reference image, and we'll say griddle. And hello to the guy from Brazil. Hope you're having a good day. So we need to grab image griddle. You can't see this because it's on my other screen. Fast food. And right, let's save image as. A griddle, which is a JFIF. Awesome. We don't want that type of image. Let me find a better one. This shouldn't be this difficult. There we go. Alright, whatever. I have to open it up in GIMP now because it's in AVIF and Blender can't open that. But let's go check that out. So we got our references here. Yeah, just this simple type of griddle is what I'm looking for, but larger. So I'm going to export this as a JPEG so we can bring it into Blender. Kind of annoying, but that's okay. Let's go back into Blender. We'll go File, Import Image as Planes, and then we'll grab that thing. Where is it? References. What did I call it? Griddle. And we'll bring it up. Rotate it 90 on the X, I think. Yeah. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is like duplicating these freezers and having like one for chicken, one for burgers, and then one for what was the other meat I was going to have? Burger, hot dog, and chicken. Then you have to run over to the sink and defrost it, and then you'll be frying up stuff over here. So we're going to duplicate multiple of these freezers, so this area is going to be taken up. I think the fryolator should probably... I think we just have all the cooking utensils on one side. So we'll have the fryer right there, and the thing I'm about to build right next to it right here. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so let's get to moving this stuff. The handle, this handle, and this we're all going to move together. We could have joined it all, but we're not gonna because I don't feel like it. So then we'll put it over here. And I'm just going to hide a lot of the stuff that we don't need for now. Just because it's going to, you know, get in the way. Okay. G on the X, and then we'll go R90 on the Z, bring it towards us, and we want to be in material mode. We'll then bring it up, and I'm going to make a larger scale version of this. This is our reference for how big we're going to be. So, let me get back to where we are. So, okay, we'll say add, we'll say mesh cube, we'll bring that up, we'll bring it back over here on the Y, and then let's make a rectangle instead of a cube. So we'll scale it on the Y, and we'll go to this side over here, put it right there. It's going to be a little shorter than that because it'd be like at waist height, I believe. And it did have like little feet. I think it should have little feet too. So all we're going to do is just add well, we could do it this way. Let's add a circle, and then we'll just press E. Oh, let me go to edit mode, and then we'll hit E. I think now we have the circle selected. This thing is being difficult. Let me go here, select the whole circle. Oh, it's because I have faces. There we go. Alt, and then we hit E. We can extract it up. We hit Z, and now we can kind of make a shape that would be like a little foot that you would see on this type of equipment. So we'll go down because I normally have that, and then we'll say E again. I'm going to bring this in a little more, and then just bring it up just to give it that contour on the Z. and then we'll just kind of hit the E and then S to expand it, and then E again on the Z, and we'll just bring it up like that. And we don't need anything on that side. It's going to go straight into the floor. But we might as well put something down here. I feel like, you know, fuck it, we'll just throw something there. And then let me bring everything back, and we'll move this to where it should be. So, yeah, we'll have that there. Let me go on the top view and go to wireframe. So it's a little off center, but I'm not going to worry about that. That's because I didn't do it only on the Z axis. I kind of shifted it a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, no one's ever going to know. Unless you tell them, which, you know, you shouldn't do. So, we have that there. Those are the feet. And let's see, where is the floor in relation to the feet? There we go. So we can bring this up probably to about here. And we want to move these in line there. And that might be a little too big still, so let's just scale. I'm going to scale everything down. I'm actually going to join everything because there's no reason not to. So Control J, and then we'll scale everything. And I think right there, and then S on the X, like that. That looks more like it. I think that gives us enough room to place multiple burgers on there. Let's go into edit mode now, and we can grab this face, and if we hit I to inset, it will make a inset face there. And what we can do then is grab these, and I think we need to make them a little thinner though. So let me grab this line, and we'll just S on the Y, and we'll bring them over. And that's pretty thin, but that's okay. And we will then grab these faces here and E to extrude them up like this. And then I'm going to rotate them as well, like that. And bring it down just a little bit. And then I think I might have to press Z to scale them like this. And then what I'm going to do is bring those corners in individually. No, I'm actually not going to do that. I shouldn't have scaled it. That's actually not bad. You know, I don't really mind that. That kind of flows with the rest of what we've been doing. And all we need is just something we can throw burgers on. So we'll just make some nonsense controls up here, because the character's not going to be using the controls. You know, they're just going to be throwing food on here like any regular food game. So, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll pull one of these and one of those, and then we can make a nonsense panel right here, and we'll just do an E to extrude, and then we'll do another one on this side probably. Just a little divot right there, and we'll add a knob. So let me go mesh cylinder, and all I have to do is just kind of flatten this down, and I'm also going to add a cube, and we'll put this on top of the cylinder. I'm going to join these together real quick, Control J, and then we'll edit them. So we'll grab all that, we'll scale it, S on the X, and I'm just going to make a button. So let me hit / to go into focus mode. We'll bring that down. I'm going to scale it a little more. If I go here, I grab these. Let me go to wireframe, sorry. I want to grab these vertices and kind of drag them to where I want them, but not that one. See, I want these like kind of in here, and then this like that, kind of just like a button that you could grab would be sticking out on a panel, and then we'll just make both of these that red color. So yeah, I have that here, don't I? Red. Alright, and then we'll go to material view. Let's go to object and we'll shade smooth, and then I'll get out of the focus mode. I'm going to go to object, set origin to center of mass so it moves like we would expect it to, and then I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees on the X, on the Y, and bring it over to our thing over here. Why are you not cooperating? There we go. Alright, bring it over here. We'll go to wireframe and scale it there, and then maybe put another one here, and then we'll bring them in to where they're supposed to be. So here, and they're facing the entire wrong way, so we're going to go R 180 degrees. So that's not bad. We'll have that there. And then we'll be in the solid view. So we want to take the top and make that metallic, and then this bottom I might make it some type of metal texture. We'll have to check. So let's start applying that. Let's grab all this up here. We're going to make the outside metallic too, because there's no reason not to. I'm going to / to get it all to focus view. Let's just do this one as well. And we'll get the outside. Well, we need a new material, and then we also need another new material after that. And that one will be our seamless metal. And I have to unselect this face right there. Let me get these three, and these three, and that should be everything we want. So we're then going to hit this and hit assign, so they will all be that seamless metal up there. And then we need to figure out what we're going to do with this bottom down here. Let's see if we got a good metal texture on Texture Haven. Let me bring this back over here. We'll go back. Let's head up metal. That blue plate looks cool, but it's not what we want. Damn, we could just make it tread plate. I mean, that'd be pretty brutal. Rusted shutter, I kind of like that. Metal plate 02. Rusty metal 03 is, I think that's the one. So we're going to grab that one. Let's open it up, and we will open with Windows Explorer. We're going to cut and bring it into the textures folder. And you get to watch a loading screen. Still going, gone. Nice. So now we can rename it to yellow rusted metal. Nice. So then let's apply that and see what that looks like to everywhere except that inner access panel. And I might actually have to unwrap this like myself instead of using Blender to unwrap it. So if that's the case, it won't take very long because it's a cube. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it looks right off the back. I'm going to grab this bottom two, and then we'll make a new material here, and this is going to be our metal. So let me rename it first. Yellow rusty metal. We'll open it, we'll go to the textures, yellow rusty metal, grab that one. And then we will assign to give it that. So, I mean, that looks pretty gross, which is what we're going for. Just like a gross, a gross fry cook area. So let me go to object mode, Control A, and apply the scale on it, and then I'll go back to edit mode. I want to select all these, and if I just do UV unwrap, let's see how that does. So that's not bad. Then if I go to UV editing, that's pretty bad. So then let's go back to layout and actually unwrap it for ourselves. All we have to do here is start making some seams. So if we select this, we select these up here. This is where we want our seam to be. And we'll say, where's it at? Mark seam right there. Then on these corners, they're going to be seams as well. So we'll grab them and we'll say mark seam, and we can grab these as well. I just wanted to deselect the ones I already had. So we got this now. And we'll say mark seam. There we go. And we're going to have to do the same thing on these, except we can hit Alt, I believe. Or no, we can't. So we'll just mark seam. And we'll do the same here. And then on the inside as well, we're going to have to do that. So mark seam. And that there, mark seam, and then we'll just grab one of these per each one and we'll mark a seam there so it unwraps like that, kind of like a snake. We'll grab that and say mark seam, and then if we grab all this, actually let me just grab that one, we'll select all these and say UV unwrap, and we'll see how that turns out in our UVs. So that's much better. If I click on it now, we can kind of start seeing what we got. So I want to kind of grab these, select link, let's change that to seam, and then I just have this whole seam here. So I probably want to, I think I'm going to rotate it 90 and just scale it out just a little bit. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll hit L, select. You shouldn't be. Okay, yeah, we just got that now. Alright, now we're at 90. And then we'll scale it up a little bit, probably about right there, so it kind of matches. We'll get this one, same thing, R90. Well, it looks kind of like a dumpster, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So we'll then also grab that as well. We just want this. And then R90, bring that over here and make it about that size, I believe. Maybe a little less, maybe right there. And we'll move it down like that, so it's got a little different angle. I think that'll be the way to go. So let me go back to object mode. That looks pretty good. The bottom, we're not even really gonna worry about too much. This area in here, let's at least select it so we can see what it looks like. So if we grab that, whatever, we'll rotate it 90 degrees and we'll scale it up a little bit to give ourselves a more balanced perspective on that. We want this one. Right, I want to get faces, and we'll scale it, and R90, and then I think I need to scale it down just a little bit. That was too big. So right there, that's looking pretty good. Let's we'll probably have to add some type of lip right here. I might just add like an entirely different block like this. I'll say add cube. And I'm just going to bring that over here, and I'll expand it out, S on the Z, scale it down, real small like that. We'll bring it up to where we want it, and then we will scale it out. Let me make sure it's kind of more in the center. So we'll probably have something like that, and then this might just be the seamless metal texture as well. So let's go ahead and apply that. And we want it to be underneath the griddle, but like that. You know what? Maybe we should have it right there. I think that would be good. Just above the griddle, so the griddle is actually like a separate piece, and then that way we can very easily adjust this. Let me go to edit mode. Let me actually go back to object and control A on the scale, and then we'll go to edit mode and we'll grab this face here and we'll say UV unwrap. And then I'm going to probably rotate it 90 degrees and bring it more like this, and probably scale it up like that. And how does that look? I mean, that looks a little better. Looks kind of cool. Then we need to fix this area back here. Hopefully, maybe we can just do a smart UV project. Actually, I can just grab the seamless metal and select all those, and then go to UV, smart UV project, and hit that up. And then I can maybe just leave that as it is. Let me go to object. If we shade it smooth. So, I mean, that's kind of about what we have. Then what if I go here and join both of these with a control J? I kind of like the way that looks for now. We might have to adjust it. Let me add some shading to those feet as well. Actually, for now, we're going to grab those feet. Let me hit L, 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 deselect. Oh shit. Alright, so we got all those, and we're just going to assign the seamless metal texture to them for now. So there you go. Let me bring everything back, Alt H, and then we go back to layout mode, Alt H, get out of that. So none of these designs are, I guess, finalized by any means, but we're really trying to go as fast as possible, so there's no reason to like dawdle on them. So we have the structure of our game. Let me grab this guy and move him to like right there. That way our evil blocks can float around. We'll delete this. So yeah, we'll be basically picking all of our ingredients from here, going over to the sink to defrost some of them, throwing some in the fryer over here, and then we have our freezers over here which will contain our meat, so that's not too bad. What else do we need? We have this big TV here which can display stuff for us, and we might use multiple TVs. What else did I say? Oh, we need to make an altar to place the food on for offering. And I was thinking about making it in the middle. That kind of makes sense, maybe. I don't know. Let's try it. So if I go to cylinder, I kind of had an idea for this where it would be like, you know, some type of column that you would see. So we just kind of shrink this in, and then go here and shrink that out so it's more square, and do this a few times like that, and then maybe have a section like that. Let's see, I'm actually going to look up a reference. Let's see, ritual. alter, stone, and see if we can find anything that looks cool enough to emulate. It's got to be something that doesn't take up a lot of space too. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. Hold on, let me bring it in. Save image as. It's a WebP. I think Blender can handle those. We'll call this ancient alter. And let's go File, Import, Image as Planes, and we'll check that out if it can. Ancient alter WebP, awesome. So let's get rid of this piece of crap, and then we'll grab that and scale it up. We'll go R90 on the X, and let me kind of spin it on the Z so I can see it a little better. Yeah, I mean, that's just like a basic pedestal, but that looks pretty cool to me. So I also like it because it's made out of cubes. So we can grab this cube, and to get that type of geometry, what I'm seeing is we're basically making the TV shape. So we're going to scale this on the X and then scale it on the Y. And then this is like the bottom of the TV. But we do this, and we're going to bring that out a little more, make it a little more blocky, and then we can grab this. I think I'm going to scale it out just a little bit. S on the Y, bring that out, and then we'll do a E, and we'll scale it out, bring it down, and we'll just keep doing this until we have something that I feel like resembles what we want. And I think that's about it right there. And let me just add another little flourish down here, because that's what, you know, that's cool. And we'll just have it go through the floor for now, and I'll just bring it up just a little bit. So we have to offer the food to the wayward souls, and they will allow us to get out of this limbo king. And yeah, I guess now let's make it a little more stone looking. So I'm going to hide this, and we got to go select another stone texture from Texture Haven. So let's see if we can get some type of rock. 97, nice. So that's the biggest amount of them. Yeah. Do we see any winners? Worn, rock, natural. That one looks pretty good. Cracked boulder. Rock. Oh, very descriptive. Rock. I think this one looks cool. But it's probably not going to flow so well with what we have. So I think this is going to be the one. This will give it some definition and shape. We'll then open that up in, well, I mean, you know the deal. We'll cut it, and then we will place it in the, not the references, we want them in the textures. So let's paste that in there, and we're going to call it light rock. It'll be 94.3 light rock instead of the dark rock. Alright, so let me rename that to light rock, and we will then close this out. We'll jump back into Blender. We'll grab this and we'll say image texture. We'll open it. And where do we want to go? We want to go to the textures and the light rock. We'll grab the differential, or whatever the hell it's called, the diffuse. We'll grab A, and I'm just going to go UV, Smart UV Project, and that looks pretty decent. And let's see what would happen if I just did a subdivision surface on it. And I did like 2 layers. Maybe 1 less would look better. And then if I go to edit mode and I just do the newbie technique of expanding these out until they look good. Let's see how good that looks. So, yeah, we need to tighten up those corners just a little bit, and these just a little bit as well, and as much as we can here. And then what I also want to do is something, I'm going to use a displacement modifier, and I want to see how that looks. So we got to get a new texture, and our texture will be, I guess we use clouds. And I think we have to be in object mode to see this, so it kind of makes a ripple effect, and now we can determine like how much we want to ripple it. So let me go to shade smooth, that'll make it smoother, and I'm going to yeah, go back to object mode. Let's go back to our modifier, and then we can adjust the strength of the modifier, so we can make it like crazy, or we can just kind of make it you know, just noticeable. So if we turn it off right now, that's what it looks like, and then we turn it back on. So yeah, I think I like the way it looks on. You know, you don't have to use it if you don't want it, but we'll have that there. And I'll say apply, and oh shit, my bad, we want to do this one first probably, and then we have this one. And what I'm also going to do is go Control A and apply the scale, and then go to edit mode, hit A, and say UV, Smart UV Project. We're going to project everything again, then go back to object mode, and that actually looks a little bit worse. Let's undo what I did there, and we'll just leave it as it is. No, it still looks like crap. Well, you know what? Sometimes it does. What is the best way to do this? So it's really just those corners right there that look like shit, but we would have to unwrap the entire thing. We could project it from view, but that's probably not the best solution. You know what I'll do is I'll just adjust the materials in Godot, and then we can get a better solution to that. I'll just make it triplanar. So that'll be cool. I'm just going to apply this, and we'll also apply a texture in here. I want to go to shading. I want to go to add texture, image texture, and then we want to get the normals. So we'll go back to our textures, the light rock, and we'll grab the normals for that, and then we'll add a normal map right there. We'll then plug that into the color and plug the normal into the normal, and we'll see how that looks in our rendered view. So that looks pretty cool. We have the fridges to pull the meat from. We have the altar that we want to sacrifice the food to. We have the sink to defrost stuff. I would say we have most of the stuff that we need. Is there anything else that I need to... Oh, that's right, I need the actual ingredients. So we need some burgers, some hot dogs, and some chicken. So let's do that. Let me look up some references for those. Let's go pack of hot dogs. Let me get some images. You know what I'm gonna do is just make a like rectangle, and then well, no, let's actually make it alright, so we'll go add mesh. Let's take a cylinder, G on the Z. Let's go R90. Control Z, R90 on the X probably. We will scale this out on the Y. And then what I'm going to do is take this, and I'm going to take this and just make hot dog ends. So we'll go E, we'll scale that down, E, and then we'll scale that, and then E, and then scale that a little more, and then bring it back just a little bit. So now we have a hot dog shape, and we can cut this in half and mirror it on both sides to do half the work. So we'll delete the vertices, and then we'll go to here and say add modifier, and we'll add a mirror. That'll be on the Y, maybe it's on the Z, I guess. And then we will take this, and I guess, is that hot dog length, or do we need to make it a little, I think a little longer right there? Looks good. And then we need to shrink it down to what a hot dog would be, so probably about there. Then I'm going to add another modifier of an array, and let's do get like 8 dogs in a pack. So we get 1, and then we're going to go Shift D, G on the Z, and bring those up right there. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did some really good math right there. So let's get rid of that. We'll click these, get rid of that. We only need 4 and 4. So now we'll just add a I guess a box around it that wraps them. So yeah, we'll just do that. So we'll add a cube. We'll then go up. Let me hide some of this stuff, so because we don't need it. Let me grab my cube. We'll bring that up, bring it right there. We'll then shrinky dink it down to about right there or so, and bring it out, S on the X, and just have it wrap around the hot dogs. So then we can break those sharp corners, but first we need to S on the Y, expand it out. And what I'll do is just hit those corners real quick with a bevel modifier and give them a few segments. So we'll go bevel like that. We want to, let me go to solid view, that'll be easier. And I can always just kind of scale this up a little bit. Hold on, let me Control Z. I think I already beveled them by accident. Alright, there we go. So we have that, and I want to go to segments and add in a few segments like that. And I think that looks pretty decent. Should I maybe add some more? Well, our vertices are starting to get all messed up, so oh, that's because I already added them, but that looks pretty good to me. So now what we're gonna do is I guess I should make some type of image to go on top of these, and we need to also make these shaded smooth. So shade smooth, man, I gotta come up with some type of funny image for this. We can make it in GIMP. Let me get a picture of a rat, and we'll say rat dogs. So let me get a rat images, and we'll just grab this guy here. Let me save image as. We'll save him as our reference. I'll call him rat. Sorry, you guys can't see this. And then we'll get a, I don't know, a picture of a grinder, meat grinder, and we'll put it right next to the rat. Meat grinder. And yes, perfect. This is like an old-timey meat grinder. You're gonna like this one, so we'll save it, and we'll say the grinder. The grinder. Alright, so then we'll go into GIMP, and we will open both of those. Let me actually make a new what do we want to make this one? Let's make it, it's going to be a rectangle, so like, let's go 1200 by, the height should be like 720. Let's go 1280 by 720. That makes sense. Perfect. Yeah, we have that. I think I want it to be yellow in the background, or maybe we can get, we have these pattern fills. Some of them look pretty weird. So, do we want to use one of these? I don't know, that looks pretty stupid. What do we want to do? Yeah, we'll just fill it with a color. Why can I no longer fill it? I have to make a new picture. I don't know what I messed up there, but awesome. So we'll just keep that black, and then I'm going to file open those two ones that I had, the grinder and the rat. So we will convert it. Yes, okay. So what I'm going to do is like remove the background from that one, remove the background from this one. I'm going to have to add an alpha channel and then remove that, and we'll we'll do this. I'm going to say up here, the amazing rat dog, and we'll make that red because red colors make you hungry. We'll zoom in. We're going to make a more readable font. The amazing rat dogs. There we go. And what we'll do then is bring in this picture. So I'm going to go here, Control C. We'll throw that in right there, Control V, and we'll then go here. Put this, maybe give it, should we tilt it? No, we should just, it's already tilted enough. And then we'll move, we need the rat as well. We'll grab him. Definitely nothing bad about to happen to him. And then we'll put that there and have the rat right there. Yeah. We need to make it big enough so that people can see it, but also that they know what's happening. So we got, oh shit. Thanks, Gimp. Well, how can I rotate this? There we go. So we'll have that over here. I don't think you really need the handle for people to know what's going on. So we'll have that like here. And what if I put that there, and I take our rat here, and I just make him like this. And we put the amazing rat dogs. And we're just going to make that real big. Like that. And then I'm going to do a little effect, so we'll add a another layer, new layer. Okay, we're also going to add another layer here, and I'm going to go around the rat here with a brush, and I'm going to select like a bright, probably a white, maybe like a red. We'll see. We'll do it with white first because we can always colorize it, but we're just going to go around the rat like this, and we're going to add a blur to this, and it'll make it look like he's lighting up, which will be cool. Maybe a little more down here, right there. So we'll say okay, filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and then we can do like this, and that makes the rat kind of light up like that. We'll go here, and then we're going to do another one for the meat grinder. I think I'm going to move the meat grinder over a little bit. Where's that at? Here. Let me grab my transform tool. We'll make that a little bigger and put it right there. And we'll make that like a reddish hue, and we'll have that one go over. So let me grab this. We're on our other layer here. I'll make this a red, and oops, that's too much up. We'll just grab like right here, Kind of go around those sides. This one's probably going to be more faint than the other one, so we'll just go like that. Maybe a little more right there, and a little more right there, and then we can do our blur filters, blur, Gaussian blur, and we'll blur it a little bit right there. So, yeah, the amazing rat dogs. Let's make sure the text is up at the top above everything. And, yeah, that'll be good. Let's file, export as, and we'll call this rat dogs. And I'm going to use this as the texture for the... let's create a folder and call it jokes. And then we'll save it in here. Let me go back to Blender. We'll grab this. We'll say edit. I'm just going to grab this face right here. We want to go to materials. We'll go new. I gotta make another one too because there's going to be multiple materials. So we'll call this rat dogs image. And let's go ahead and add that image in. So we just need to select it from our textures. Jokes, that's right, rat dogs. Alright, so then we can go to material preview and nothing is showing up. Isn't that strange? So, oh, that's right, because it's not assigned. So now we assign it, and now we have our image showing up right there, but it's all out of whack, so we need to go like this. Bring it over like that. And let's see if that's readable by the player. Let's go back to layout. Oh, it's the wrong way. Awesome. Let's go back to UV editing. R90, S on the X, scale it out, and then S on the Y. And there we go. So now if we take a look at it, it says the amazing rat dogs. So there we go. We can also go back to layout, and that we can add a hot dog pink, and we'll choose a pinkish color, maybe a little right about there. So there we go. And then I think I'm just going to make this like a black color, just a darker color, and then we'll turn the roughness all the way up, so it's kind of like a weird a weird thing right there. That'll be good for now. Hot dog pink. So let's join all this, but I gotta apply those modifiers first. So we'll go apply, and then apply and apply. And then we'll grab all these and Control J. And so now we have our amazing hot dog rats. So I'm going to move these over by the freezer. They probably need to be scaled up just a little bit and rotated 180 degrees. Probably we're going to scale them like right there, I think. And then I'll apply that scale. That looks pretty good. That way the player can see it visibly. So we're just going to kind of have them floating over here. I'm also going to say object, set origin to geometry, so it's in the middle. And I'm going to save. So now we need some type of patty meat. So let me look up burgers. Let's say burgers frozen. As a reference, frozen burgers images. And yeah, I think we're gonna, if we look over here, we're basically gonna be using something like this. So just like 4 patties in a tray. So let's try that out. We need a tray first and foremost. So we say add. Let's make a plane actually, and then we'll go GZ to bring it up. And nice. What I'm gonna do is just say edit. If I E to expand up, and then I kind of bring this out, bring that down. And then I E and bring this up, and bring that in, and then bring this down. That kind of makes a tray shape. And I'll shrink it in just a little bit. And there we go. And I'll put that object shade smooth. And what I can also do is grab, I think can I bevel the corners? How would I round this? I could go to add modifier and add a subdivision surface, and then I could go here and this might be actually the best solution for the object I'm trying to create. So there we go. So now I have a rough meat tray. We're just going to add this to the that black material that we have, and we got to make 4 meat patties. I'm just going to take a quick look at something. All right, we're good. So I'll go add. We're gonna go. Yeah, I guess we'll go cylinder, and we will bring it up, G on the Z, S on the Z, shrink it down, and then we want to shrink it down and have, I guess, 4 per pack. The number is really not significant at this point in development. Maybe it will be later. Just like that. Maybe a little bigger than that. And I shouldn't have made all those because now I've got to make textures for every single one. But let's grab it, and all we're going to do is bevel those corners, and that should give us like a result that we want. So we'll grab the I'm just going to Alt, and let's go to no distraction mode. We'll grab that, and we'll say bevel, and we'll bring it in, and I want to add multiple segments to it, and that'll be nice. And then what I'm going to do is just change how it looks by grabbing this and shrinking it on the Z like that, so it's a little more rounded. And then I'll grab this one and this one, and I'll say S on the Z and shrink them down a little bit. So now we have more of a burger patty shape. And what we can also do is add a displacement modifier real quick and see how that works. Add modifier. We probably don't have enough geometry for this to look very good. No, not that. Add modifier, displace, and we'll add the cloud texture, and we'll make it very, very slight like that. We'll go to object, shade smooth, and that looks pretty burgerish. Let me see if I can get a burger texture. Ground beef texture. We'll go to image. I'm pretty sure that this one will do. We'll save image. I'll download it. Let me see if I can open that one in Blender. I think I have to open it in GIF and GIMP because it's a JFIF. Let's open it. Open it here, and then we'll file export it as a JPEG. JPEG, and we're gonna name it hamburger. Hamburger. So we'll export it, then we'll go to Blender, and we'll go to our materials, we'll go to our image texture, and we'll just throw that on in there recklessly. Hamburger. There we go. So now we have a delicious looking hamburger right there. Doesn't that just make you hungry? We'll go Control A for the scale, and then we'll go to edit mode. We'll grab the whole thing and say UV, Smart UV Project, and we'll see what Blender can come up with in that front, and then we'll probably have to, looks like we're gonna have to scale it on the X like that, and scale the whole thing like that. I think that looks pretty decent. So there we go. Let me go back to layout. So now we have that burger. I think we need to make our tray a little more stout on the Z, so more like that. And then we'll see if we can set the burger inside the tray. It doesn't matter if it clips into it a little bit, that should be fine. And then we'll just put 4 of them burgers on there and spin them around, give them a nice little rotation to them. And those will go right there. And yeah. And nice. So should we have like some type of cellophane over them in Godot? Possibly. I think we'll just do them like this for now. Because that kind of, what I'll do is have it, when it comes out of the freezer, it's on the tray, and then once you put it in the sink, they become single units that you can actually use. So that'll be perfect for what we need. I'm going to Control J all these together, and then I'm actually going to grab one of the patties by hitting L, and how do I deselect that? Because I want to grab everything. Well, whatever, I have everything anyway. So I'm going to say Shift D, duplicate it, then I'm going to say P by selection, so it's separated by the selection, and then I'm going to grab this, say Object, set origin, origin to center of mass, and I'm going to name this to Single Burger. Single Burger. Right there, and that way I have both of them. So we're also going to do that with the hot dog. So let's pull the burger over here. Let's put the thing over there. Oh, it's inside of that. Awesome. Let's bring them both up. G on the Z, and then Alt H to reveal all the hidden stuff. We'll then grab this. I'm going to go to edit mode, and I'm going to hit L on one of these, and then say P by selection. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Let me grab it, and then I'll Shift D, and then we'll say P by selection, so only that one that we just created separated. We grab that one, and then we're going to do the object set origin, origin to center mass, and we'll rename it to Single Hot Dog. And we'll save it. So let's take a look at our notes. We done got the burger, we done got the hot dog, now we need the chicken. So let's take a look and get a frozen chicken sandwich and see how that looks. Nice. So it's pretty much just a block. Let me see if I can get a breaded chicken texture. Breaded chicken texture. Okay, so I can. I like this one. I'm gonna save. No, go back. What are you doing? Save image as. Sorry, you can't see this on your screen. I'm gonna call this breaded chicken. Breaded chicken. Then we're gonna open that up in GIMP. So we'll go File, Open, and the breaded chicken. Bring that on in. We're going to file export as a JPEG so I can use it. JPEG, and then we're also going to go the extra step and go to filters, generic, normal map, create a normal map for it, file export as breaded chicken, and we'll add normal in there. Probably spelled wrong because I'm a bad speller. And let's go ahead and make that guy. So we need a, we're always going to start with a cube. because everything's made out of cubes. We're going to shrink him down, especially in the Z direction. Then I'm going to probably cut him up a little bit. We're going to hit A, edit mode there. We'll move these around, and then I'm just going to go to wireframe, and I think I'm going to turn on proportional editing and grab these. And let's see, I think if I go to G, I can change my proportional editing size here. So we were way too big, but now we're just kind of where we want it. So we just want everything to be moving around with these vertices. We're going to make more of a chicken and less of a cube, kind of like a breaded sandwich. You know, they're kind of shaped like, you know, like a man-made horror beyond your comprehension, made in some factory, smashed into chicken paste, and then brought to you and fry cooked. That's how they make them in the USA. So we're going to grab this, and then I think I'm going to bevel the corners because they need to be a little more beveled. So we'll grab, I'm going to go to solid mode, go to no distraction mode, and grab all these corners here and bevel them, as well as the main corners of the shape. We'll grab those and we'll say bevel. We'll give a decent bevel to everything, hopefully without ruining anything, and then we'll add a few segments in there. That looks pretty good. We'll go back to object mode. It looks more like a steak right now until we add the breading probably, and let's do the same thing we did with the burger, and we'll shrink those down. Yeah, we need to shrink the whole thing. I'm going to turn off proportional editing for a minute and get those in. I'm going to expand that out because chicken is kind of more of a I need to shrink this down a little more, and then I'm going to give it a little more shape. So if I select these, I say S, actually I just want to I kind of want to select all of this up here and bring that out. So let me grab these. Probably the worst way to do it, but it's being done. Let me do this. So now I'm going to scale that out to about right there and bring it down a little bit, scale it out a little more. That looks a little more like the shape I had in mind. I'm going to do the same thing down here. So we'll grab all of these. I accidentally grabbed that one, but we can take that off in a second. We'll grab that, grab this. Let me go back to selection box, and then we'll just move that out, I think about right there. And then we'll G on the Z. To about right here. So that's about a chicken shape. Let me add object, shade smooth, and then we'll add the texture in. I'm going to name this chicken patty. Chicken patty. And I guess we'll do, oh man, how do they come? I guess they would come like in a tray anyway. We'll just do the same fucking tray. So new, we'll call this chicken, and we have that there. Oh yeah, you're welcome for the tutorial. I like to make those because they're fun. Thanks for the comment. So we'll go to base color, image texture. We'll open it, and then we'll say, what do we want? The references. We got the breaded chicken. We'll go to material preview. There's our breaded chicken. Let's grab the whole thing. UV, unwrap, Control A, scale, and then we'll go to edit mode again. UV, smart UV project. There we go. Looking a little better there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's go to UV editing. I'm just going to probably scale it up a little bit, I guess. What if I just scale it like crazy? And then shrink it down just a little bit. It looks a little better. Let me bring in those normals too, and we'll see where we land. So add normal map, and then we'll put that there, and then we'll add the image texture as well. We'll open that up. We'll go to my documents. I think we're in horror cooking game. We need to go to references and breaded chicken normals because I can't spell. We'll then grab the normals and plug that in. And then if I get rid of this and we look at our chicken, we have this monstrosity. I'm not sure what's going on there. Alright, so I think it's just the way the shading is affecting it in there, but oh, it's because this, probably because this side over here is all messed up. Can I grab these? You know, I could do these and mark them as a seam, so I could just go, what happens if I mark seam here? I guess I have to do it like this. I'll grab these and I'll say mark seam, and then I'll grab these three right here, and I'll mark that as a seam, and then I'll say L UV unwrap, L UV unwrap, and L UV unwrap. And then we're obviously going to have to fix that one if we go to UV editing. I want to spin it 90 degrees. Just like that, and then I want to basically scale it up till it looks in line with the rest of everything. You know, it doesn't have to look perfect. We're not going to spend entirety of time on that, so that's good enough for me. How should we make these available to the player frozen? And then should we do it any differently? I think we should just use another tray. I think that'll be the fastest way to do it. So we'll go here, we'll go back to layout. Let me get out of that mode. We'll grab the tray here. Oh, we're gonna have to separate that out, so let me grab that L, and then we'll go Shift D. We'll bring it over here. We'll go to object mode, and then we have to separate it. Sorry, so P by selection, and then we'll bring it over to our chicken nugget. We bring that over here. And then we will expand it out. We got to go to object, set origin, origin to center of mass. We'll grab this, and we need to set them there. And probably what I'll end up doing in the game is have one like frozen texture where they're kind of bluish, and then have a you know, the regular texture like I have here, and I'll just have to update that in the code when they're fried, or maybe we'll just swap it out for a different model. Who knows? Right now it's all kind of up in the air, but let's Shift D, we'll put this one over here, we'll grab all these, and we'll say Control J. Let's then move them over with our other meats. And we'll grab our single chicken sandwich and move him here, and then we're going to say single patty. Single chicken patty. So those are our meats covered. I'm going to take a quick break real quick. So let me throw up some stuff. Let me put this here. That's not going to help. text. Yeah, and then let me put another text up here, and that'll say BRB 5 minutes. So you can see our kitchen right here, and I'll just leave that on the screen for everyone to look at. I'm going to, yeah, that'll be fine. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back in the game. with the reflexes of a cheetah. So let's go to OBS real quick and get rid of that and get rid of this, because I am back, and we'll actually add that in. Not sure why I'm semi-invisible, but you know, that's fine. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. Now we will get out of here, and let me hit up some music so it's not dead air. Okay. What do we need? What are we thinking? What are we doing? We have the meat, much like Arby's. So now we need the condiments. We need lettuce, cheese, onion, tomato, buns, and hot dog buns. So, buns, speed modeling. Let's do this as fast as possible. We need some buns. And I think the fastest way is going to be our cylinder. It's basically the burger shape that we already made, but a little more betterer. So we grab that, and let's go to our no distraction mode, or whatever the hell it's called. I don't really know. I just cut that for no reason, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to go G, Z, bring this in. We'll start making that. We'll go here. We'll bring this up. We're going to have a lovely burger shape in just about a minute. We'll bring that down, scale it out just ever so slightly, and then we'll bring this down a little more, and then we'll bring this in, and then we'll just start to scale in a little more, S, and then have that right there. And then that's a burger patty if you ever seen one. I'm going to bring it up just a little more like that, scale it in. And oh shit, what did I do there? Control Z. Right there is about where I wanted it. And then this, I think we need to scale this out. We need to go to this view. Let's just make it a little more dome shaped and rounded. So we'll scale it in, GZ, and then E, and then yeah, I mean, that's what a bun basically looks like. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side, except maybe make that one a little more, so we duplicate it, we R 180, bring that one down, GZ, and have it right there. I don't see any problem with that. I don't see any reason to make a whole separate bottom, so we'll go to shade smooth. Let me get a burger bun texture. Let me see if we can do that. I'm not going to spend multiple hours making a donut texture. We've already done that in Blender, and it's not very fun. So let me close here and go burger bun texture. And let's go here. So this is actually perfect. Let me save this image. Save image as, and I'm gonna call it burger bun. Sorry you can't see this, it's on the other screen. And yeah, we're gonna put that in the textures. I'm gonna put it in the jokes, and we'll save it. And then we'll come in here and add a new texture. We'll grab that image texture. Open. What am I doing? We'll go up. We'll go to textures. It's in the jokes. It's the burger bun. So we grab that, and then we can go to edit mode. Let me go to Control A to apply the scale. Then we'll go to edit mode, and we can I know where I want to unwrap this one, so I am actually going to unwrap it. So we'll grab this, and we'll say mark a seam, and then we'll grab right here, and then we'll mark a seam. We're going to need a seam for this too, so we'll mark it, and then all this should be one big thing there. So let's go to A, and we'll say unwrap, and then we can select these and go to UV editing. And this should make it easy. So we have this. We just want to go to the top here, and clearly we want the bun right there. And perfect. And then we'll just scale it in just so that we get no white edges. So that looks nice. And then we got to grab this, so we'll hit L. And it looks like what I'd like to do is just kind of have them all in like a brown-ish texture. So maybe I might have to edit that. Let me get this one first because it's going to be really easy. So I'll hit L. Oh, that's selected. That's weird. But we can just get this and put that there on the underside. And I might even have to make another texture. Let me see if I can get a side profile of a hamburger. Burger bun texture, side view. So I'm going to save this image as and we'll call this side view. Damn, that's a long title I have to delete. Burger bun side view. Put it right in there. And then what we'll do is we'll have to edit those textures a little bit and make a second one. So let's see. If I go to L, why are those linked? That's so weird. Well, let me just grab the faces then. And I think I actually need to make another part over here. So if I do this, I'll grab these and I'll just say mark seam, and then what I'll do is grab this and go Alt, oops, wrong way. Alt, and that will give me all of those faces right there, and then we'll do it one more time. So now I'm going to unwrap these and see how that helps me out. So we got that. We're also going to make a new material, and we'll call this one burger side bun, and then this one will just be burger bun. And the burger side bun we're going to now assign to what we have selected, and we'll grab our image texture, which is of course the one we got here, burger bun side view, and then we can grab this, rotate it, and put it like that. You know, I'm not going to go crazy with it. Maybe I can rotate it 180 and scale it. Maybe we should just do it down here. You know, I think that would be better. If maybe I'll just scale it down. Yeah, and then I might have to separate it up a few more places just so we have it looking a little better. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go here and grab like this, and I'll say mark seam. We'll just make smaller intervals, and it might be a little choppier looking, but I mean, whatever. We're making this for a live stream, so we're going to burger side bun, we're going to select, and then we're going to unwrap one more time. And maybe I can just put them in this bread texture. Well, I mean, no, we can't, because there we go. Now it's switched pictures, thank you. Alright, which side is still too big? I guess it's that side right over there. Alright, so let me separate that one more time. Mark seam, grab the whole thing. Oh, no, don't grab the whole thing, just that burger right there, and we'll go UV unwrap, and now we have manageable sections. So I'm just gonna start grabbing them like this, and I think we'll try putting them oh, we got that watermark right there, so let's just put it Put it right there. Yeah. Yeah, now we're doing it, dude. Actually, I think I gotta flip that around. R180. And that looks good enough. I'm not going crazy about this, so we're gonna do the same thing. We'll just scale them down and throw them about right there. And we'll grab this one. We'll do the same thing. R90. Scale it on down. Throw it with the others. And over here, we're gonna go L. We're gonna go R. Oh, we don't need to rotate it at all. How convenient. So we just throw it right there. Bam. And then we need to fix this one as well. So we'll then go down and we'll scale it and put it like right there. And yeah, it's a little choppy, but I'm going to mess around with that right now. So let's go back to layout. We go back to edit mode. And I think what I'm going to do is actually just grab like all these faces. I'm going to shrink them down on the Z and move them down on the Z. And then I'm going to grab this top face and move it down, so you get a lot more of the burger top and a lot less of the burger bun. And we'll scale it out, and then we'll grab this one and scale it out and down and down. So that looks like a burger bun. And then all we have to do is Shift D, R180, and then go GZ and put them down here like that. So we have our burger buns right there. And nice. So I'm going to leave them separated because we're probably going to need the ability to have them separated. So I'll probably just call this burger bun bottom. And I'll grab this one and say burger bun top. So now we can get right to it. Okay, so this is the alter. Let's call it the food alter. Nice. So what do we need next? So we have the buns. We now need a hot dog bun. So how are we going to make that? Let's go add. Let's not have, well, whatever. Add, it'll probably be a cube. We'll go G, Z, we'll bring it up, S on the Y, scale it. And I think what I'll do is just, let me go to this type of mode. Let me go to edit mode, and then we'll cut it right there. We'll cut it here and here, and I kind of have a plan. We'll grab this, and then I'm going to go to vertices, and we'll grab this and that, and we'll say J, and this and that, and we'll say J. And yeah, then I'm actually going to cut it in half, so I have to do half the work. I'm going to go up top here, go to wireframe, grab these vertices and delete them, and then I'll have this. And what I'm going to do here is I have it in the solid view. I think it'll be best to delete these faces. Delete faces, and then what I could do is well, I kind of need those, I guess, right? Yeah. Let me do this. I'm going to I think I can delete these faces, and then I actually want to bring these down, basically just that line, really. GZ, and then I'm going to merge the vertices here. So we'll grab this vertices and that one, and then we'll say merge vertices at last. And then I'm going to grab this one and bring it down GZ so it matches roughly. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. We're going to go back to our, oh, we don't even have a mirror, so let's go to mirror. I think it should be on the Z. We'll get rid of the Y. Maybe it's on the Y. There we go. We have this kind of die shape, and we're going to form that into our hot dog bun. So we done got that. Let's grab this over here, go to wireframe, and what if we just kind of start pulling these up to make a more rounded shape like that, and then we'll pull this over, pull that over, and then can we I guess we could make a loop cut there. We could put a loop cut here and here, and we'll extrude it out on the side to make it look better there. So we're going to kind of bring this in and bring that in. Loop cut, another loop cut. We'll put one there, and I think what I want to do is grab all these faces here. We have some geometry issues, so it didn't like that loop cut. What if I just grab these faces here? Well, I have an n-gon, that's kind of the issue. What if I can I just grab this and join them, and then I have two triangles and no n-gons? Is that cool? Are you cool with that, Blender? So then we grab these, and I think I'm going to go E, and then shrink it, and then E, shrink it down. Hot dog bun is kind of a complicated shape. Let me look up a reference. Hot dog bun. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just two rolls, but I want to have like a good place for the hot dog to sit for the animations and stuff. Let me do this. I'm gonna grab. Yeah, it should be fine. Wireframe Z. I'm going to kind of pull this out a little bit, make it like that. It's got to look a little more like dough, kind of like this. Get that shape right. Doesn't have to look perfect, but you know, as long as it's like within the realm of you believing it for what it actually is. So that looks a little more like it. When there's a hot dog in it, I think I'm going to put some just a little bit of turn to it. So you have like this. We got to make it a little bit bigger, and then kind of off-center it, off-center it, off-center it, and we'll just move this out a little bit. I want to rotate, kind of rotate the edges out. And I think that should be fine. I think we should probably, scale it in the Z a little bit, and then the edges are usually a little wider than the base. What'd I just do? Control Z. So we'll scale it, and then we'll move it kind of up a little bit, and it does kind of go like that. That's much more of a traditional hot dog bun shape. Still not perfect. What would happen if we added a subdivision surface modifier to that? What does that look like? And let's go to Object, Shade Smooth, and then let's get a, can we do like a bread texture? What do we have going on? I'm looking on Google on my other screen. Bread texture. Baked texture, not tester. Images, let's see what we got. So this might be what I need. I'm going to save image as, and we'll call it baked bread. And I'm going to have to convert it in GIMP because it is a JFIF. I don't know what the fuck a JFIF is, but it's on there. Alright, open. File, open. Where did I save that to? I thought I had it right here. Let me try that again. Save image as. Oh, it's in the horror cooking game. I go to textures, and then I go to jokes, baked bread.jfif. So I might just use this for the entire thing, and then I'll go to file, export as, and we'll do it as a JPEG right there. And then I'm also going to go to filters, generic, normal map, and then we'll go OK, and then we'll go file, and then we'll go export as, and we'll say baked bread normal. And while we're here, let's do that for the burger as well. So we'll grab the burger bun, and we're going to go open, and we'll say file. Oh no, we want to go to filters, generic, normal map, and then we'll say OK, file, export as, and we'll say burger bun normal. Alright, let's go back into Blender, and let's go to textures, and we'll go to new, and this will be a hot dog bun. And this is probably going to look a little otherworldly and much less like a traditional hot dog bun, but that's okay. So it's in jokes, baked bread, right there. We'll go to material preview. Kind of looks a little weird. Let's go to edit mode, A, UV, unwrap, and that looks a little better. You know, it doesn't look very appetizing, but that's okay. Let's also, when we go to UV editing, we can see it's all just kind of bunched up right there, and we have it focused on the wrong thing. Let's apply some of the modifiers. Let's just, what happens if I get rid of you? It's about the same, so I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm just going to apply this one. Looks more like a churro type deal, but that's okay. What are we going to do here? Where is my... There we go. I need to turn this back on. That was what throwing me off. Okay. We'll go to edit mode. So we could divide it up here. We grab that, and we grab this. And those, I guess... I don't know. I don't see any reason to really do that. Maybe we should just scale the whole thing up until it looks like some type of monstrosity. And then we'll add a normal map and see what that looks like. And then if I really have a problem with it, I'll fix it later, because we have more stuff to do. So let's go to shading, and we'll go to add texture, image texture. I should make a little script to do this, and then I could just have that done every single time. Color, there we go. And then we have to open, and we got to go to the textures, jokes, wrong one, baked bread normal. So now it looks, it's really big too, so we're going to have to shrink that down to be about the size of the hot dog bun. And maybe a little smaller than that. GZ, bring it up. G on the Y, on the X, right there. And let's go to layout. I'm going to save it. I'm going to bring everything back. And then if we go to rendered, it looks very weird. Let me see if I can maybe fix it up just a little bit. UV, smart UV project. Oh, I should probably scale it. Control A, scale, and then I'll go to edit mode, UV, smart UV project. And then if I go to UV editing and I scale it up, maybe we'll have a better result, or maybe not. Damn. Well, you know what I can do is like L, I'll grab this one, put it there. L. And then we'll turn down the normals. It'll look a little better if my instincts serve me well. If not, then we'll just waste a whole bunch of time and nobody really cares. So we're going to do it. Let me grab just this one, L, G, S, and this 2, L. We're going to go R, 90, and then we're going to scale it down to fit. We don't want any hard corners, and I think the hard corners are mainly when you leave the image. So that's what we're trying to avoid. And we're going to grab this one, and we're going to move it here. And this one, R, 180, and we'll move it. Yeah, it does kind of look like a baguette. Then we'll move this one right there. Yeah, so now we got that hot dog bun that looks really crappy, but that's what we're going to do for right now, since it's going to like a horror game anyway. It's kind of like, you know, dystopian hot dog bun. That's what you get. You get what you tolerate, so we'll save it, and then let's bring both of these over. I'm going to name this hot dog bun, and then we'll grab all this stuff right there and move it over with the other food. Nice, so we place that there. I'm going to grab some water. All right, so let's take a look at our notepad. We got the buns. We have the hot dog buns. We need lettuce, cheese, onions, and tomatoes. Okay, lettuce. What the hell does a lettuce leaf look like? I don't know. I've never actually eaten a vegetable. Let's look that up. I normally eat Doritos and shit. You know, people food. Lettuce leaf. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, right here, I'm going to save image as, it's just a picture of a leaf. I'm saving it. Then what I'm going to do is import it into, let's bring it into GIMP. File, open. We'll grab it. And what I'm going to do is add an alpha channel, and then I'm going to use the magic selection tool to get rid of all the outstanding stuff on it. We'll then go here, and I want to go color to alpha. I want to get rid of a lot of the white that's in there because it's on the outside without taking too much away from the leaf. And that should be okay right there. It's got a watermark on it, but you know, does it really even matter? We'll grab, I think that'll be fine. So then we're going to go to image. What do we want? I'm going to go file, export as, and we'll call it lettuce leaf. We'll export it to jokes. Oh, we need it as a PNG, my bad. PNG, so we have that transparency in there. And then we're going to, you know, lo and behold, we will do the normals as well. Generic, normal map. Okay, file, export as, lettuce leaf, and the normal. Nice. So then we're back in here, and what I'm going to do is actually add a mesh, a plane. We'll bring it up. We'll single it out. Then you know what I can actually do, which would be a lot easier? I'll go File, Import, Image as Planes, and we'll just grab the image of the leaf. So where is it? Jokes, lettuce leaf. Yeah, we bring that in. We then select it, and what I'm going to do is go to an overhead view. I'll go to edit mode. I'm going to grab my knife tool right here. Let's go to our material preview so we can clearly see it. And I'm going to use my knife tool to cut out the lettuce leaf. And I'm not going to be too precise about it because I'm too cool for that. I'm much too good of a game developer to care. To care too hard, and now I've completely screwed myself and I don't know how to fix it. There we go. So there we go. We're going to keep going around here. Yeah, I don't plan to sell this. I'm going to like give it away for free for educational purposes. So we'll bring this around town, and there we go. This is looking real good. Very nice, very professional. We're going with a real limbo of the lost technique here, and that is stealing images you find on Google and plugging them into your game. So we are indeed the king of limbo. That leaf lost his chance to be in the game by being too irregular, and he will forever be left to obscurity, that guy up there. It's a real shame. If he'd only fit the mold just a little bit better, we could have let him in. We'll keep going. We'll go over here. And boom, bingo, bango, bongo. We're so happy in the jungle, we don't want to go. And we come all the way back around to down there. And then I hit enter. Now I can select these faces. And we'll get rid of them. Delete faces, delete faces. And then what I can do is take this and I'm just going to expand it out. Actually, I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it as it is, and I'll just cut it up a little bit. So if I take this and I can cut it like here, and then I'll... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do... Sorry, I gotta come from this side over here. Maybe do like one like that, hit enter, and then I'll do another one here, here, and here, hit enter, and then I guess we'll do one more right across the middle. These are going to be where the leaf kind of folds up, so yeah, we actually don't need that one. So then I'm going to grab this and I'll just kind of I actually do need some more. I want some more like ability to move this way. So yeah, let me do that again, enter, and we'll cut this one right here like that, and then this one we're going to cut right there. So now let's see if this works. I'm going to kind of rotate these up around a little bit like that. We're going to move this one like that. And that is the plan, to see if that looks halfway decent. So we just have kind of a lettuce leaf right there, and what I'll do is just have a bunch of these stacked on top of each other in the trays. So let's go ahead and start getting that together. So we have the trays over here, which will hold our condiments, and I probably should move the burgers and the horrible hot dog bun over here. Let's go ahead and grab those and we'll move them. And I think I lost my lettuce, Or is it inside here? There's my lettuce. Alt H to bring everything back. So the lettuce should probably be scaled up just a little bit, probably to about right there. And we can bring it down. I'm just going to put one of each in their little thing. We'll probably have the buns on this side and the condiments on that side because that would make sense. Oh. Alt H, don't hide that. G, move it over here. We'll grab the burger top, move it over there. We got the lettuce right there. Perfect. So now we need a tomato. That's going to be very easy. So we'll grab a cylinder. We're going to just check it out right here. S on the Z, bring it, you know, like a tomato would be. We'll then go to tomato texture on Google Images, tomato texture sliced. And I'll grab this one and I'll save image as. I'll call it sliced tomato. Sliced tomato. Alright, so now we can grab a new thing here. We'll call this tomato texture, and then we'll add in the image texture. Where's that at? That's right, we need to go up, probably textures, jokes, and right here, sliced tomato. Nice. We could bring this into GIMP. I guess we should. Yeah, we should. We should not be lazy. Open, we'll bring in the sliced tomato. Awesome. We'll get rid of the background, whatever. And then we'll also just go File, Export. I don't really need a transparent one for this one, so we're just going to do sliced tomato. I just wanted to have a, I guess, clear outline. And then we'll go to filters. We'll do the whole normal map. We'll go there and we'll go File, Export As, and then sliced tomato normal. And that will make it look a little cooler. So let's then update these. We just need to grab that, and we also need to go to shading, and we'll make the texture, image texture, and the add search normal map. So if we go there and we put these in like that, and we open the jokes tomato normal, we open that up, and there we go. Now we got to go to UV editing and make sure it all adds up. So these edges here, we'll figure that out in a second. We'll probably just shrink them down like that. This one, you know, we've got to grab both of these and scale them like that, and then just put them on the tomato slice right here. So we can't even see it. Let's take a look at it. So there we go. There's our tomato looking very nice and juicy. Okay, what we can do is that's fine, actually. I'm okay with that. What we're probably will do is just grab it and make it a little more random. So we'll just like move this in, move that one out, move that in a little bit, move this out, move that in, and of course we'll move that one out because now it's a tomato. And we're going to go to Object and Shade Smooth, and that should make it look better. And should we bevel those edges? Is it even worth it? Maybe. Let's give it a shot. We'll grab this one and we'll grab that one. Actually, no, I don't think it is. I think what we're going to do is select all these and we're going to go to UV editing and see if I can't get them looking a little better. We'll just grab them and we'll scale it like there. Just like that. That should be fine. We'll go to layout. We want to rename this to tomato so I don't lose it. Tomato. Does tomato have an E? Can anybody answer that question? And then we'll bring it up. We'll go GZ and we'll bring it on over to our condiment tray. Okay, so we need to bring it down. So lettuce, tomato, buns. We need onion, and what was the other one? Onion and cheese. So we're gonna do like Swiss cheese. I think that will be cool. So we'll go add a cube. We're gonna go GZ. We'll move it up. S on the Z. Make it like this. Then we're going to add a modifier, subdivision surface, and then we're going to go to edit mode and shrink it on out, pull it on out, get the wood stretcher. We'll move it like this, and then I'm going to grab the sides. I guess I'll go to proportional editing. What if I kind of, I want to go to wireframe here. I'm going to tweak it a little bit, kind of like this, and like that, and like this. Make it like a Serenghetto piece of cheese. If you ever watch King Cobra, instead of Sargento, he says Serenghetto, and it's the funniest fucking thing in the world. He doesn't know any better. Okay, so right, there we go. We're going to shrink it. Oh no, not that. We're going to grab it, S on the Z, shrink it way down, and then we're going to add some Boolean modifiers. Let's add a cylinder. We're going to shrink that way down. These are going to be the holes, so we're going to go GZ, bring it on up. We're going to make it real big. So we're going to go here. Let's go to shrink it again. We got to make sure it's through the hole, through the cheese. So right there. And then we're going to go to edit mode. Edit mode right there. We're going to Shift D, duplicate it, make it a little bigger. Shift D, throw this one here, make it a little smaller. Shift D, throw this one over here. We're just going to make a few holes in the cheese. And that should kind of help us out. And then, yeah, we will grab a few of these and just kind of do like proportional editing so the holes aren't, you know, normalized. They're all kind of weird looking, which is what we want. So like that. And I'm going to grab this one and maybe rotate it and put it, whoops, not like that. Proportional editing off, rotate it, and have it like down here. Let's grab this one and put it over here, and oops, I meant to duplicate it. Shift D, put it over here, and I think that should be enough. Let's go back to object mode. We're going to grab this, we'll apply that. We'll go to we want Boolean, grab the Boolean, hit up the objects there, we'll hit apply, and then we'll grab this and hide it. So now we have our cheese. Let's go to material preview, and I think I'm just going to give this a nice yellow texture. Doesn't that look appetizing? Don't you want to just slam that down your throat? Get in your fucking gullet. Like a seagull. And then we'll move it over here, put it right there. Bring it on down, put it right there. Control save, and then we need an onion, like an ogre, much like Shrek. I guess we'll do a sliced onion, so we'll just basically, we're going to Shift D, bring this over, right over there, and then we're going to call up we're going to conjure a picture of a sliced onion on Google. So, sliced onion, round. We want round slices of onion, like a real G. Right there, that's a perfect image. I'm going to save image as, we're going to call this the round onion. We'll bring it into GIMP and do our whole spiel over there. Round onion. And then we'll open up GIMP. We'll go File, Open, round onion, right there. Bring it on in. We will go to, I think I can, yeah, File, let me just check, Export As. It's already a JPEG, so we don't need to do that. We just need to make the normal map. So we'll go Generic, Normal Map. We'll go OK, and then we'll go File, Export As, and Round Onion, Normal. And we'll go back to Blender, and of course, you know what we're going to do here. We're going to make those there. We need to make a new thing here, though. So let's duplicate this one, and we'll call this Onion. And what we're going to do is grab an image, and we'll grab the image of the onion this time. And then, yeah, we just need to go down to here, to our normal, to our image, and we just need to grab the onion normal. And then if we take a look at it, we'll see how close we are to being perfect. We go to UV editing, S on the Y, scale it like that, scale it on up. So now we have a good old chunk of onion right there. And yeah, I need to display our onion. So that's not bad at all. I think I'm going to live with that. So now we have basically all of our assets right here, and for now I think I'm not gonna waste time like adding like a mountain of them in each one, because it's going to be clear to the player. We're going to start coding this stuff in Godot. Let's just start exporting stuff. So yes, the meat will be over here. We got the range. We have the fryolator. Cool. And we probably will end up adding more stuff, but for now that should be okay. I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do now. I guess, yeah, we should start getting stuff into Godot. Let me actually, I'm going to, maybe I shouldn't join these, but I'm going to at least name them something. So let's call these stone blocks. Stone block 2, and right here we'll go stone block 3. There we go. We're going to save this stuff, and is the modifier applied here? I believe it is, and we're actually going to join all these together because they should all be one thing. So Control J, that looks good. We're going to go Object, Set Origin, Origin to Center of Mass. That'll make it easier to deal with. Everything else looking pretty good. Do we have any modifiers on stuff that we need to apply? What is that? Look at that. Let's go ahead and apply it. We got the plane. We're going to apply it. Single burger. Let's apply that. Cylinder. That's an armature modifier. That's not a big deal. Do we have stuff that's like not listed? What is this? Oh, so that's going to be knob. Grab this one, call it knob. It's a lot easier to name them here than it is to name them in Godot. Circle, why is that called a circle? So we'll just name this. Oh, that's right, because I made the things. We'll call it a griddle. What is this cube? Oh, that is our cheese. We didn't name our cheese. What is this cylinder? That is our frozen hot dog. Frozen hot dog. And this cylinder here, I believe that is, we can just delete that. We don't need it. So we pretty much have everything listed. We're going to name this the fry bucket. Fry later, awesome, plain 03. What is that? So this is the frozen chicken. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Ancient altar. Oh, we can just delete that. Nice. So that looks really nice to me. What is this Bezier curve? We'll call that sink pipe. Sink pipe. Nice. This sphere here, what is that? Oh, that's the ice. Ice. Veggie tray. Oh, okay, that's the veggie tray. We'll call that condiment tray, actually. Yeah, there we go. Knob 01. Yeah, that's, we'll just call it knob 2. That'll make it easier. Alright, we're going to save all that. I think it's time to export this to Godot and see what happens. So, we'll go save it one more time. File, export, GLTF, and we're going to go up one to, where is the horror cooking game? We need to go to horror cooking, the one right next to it, because I'm stupid and I made two things. We'll go to assets. We're going to go to scene 1, and we're going to save right over top of the one we already have. So that won't take that long, because we don't have really any animations or anything. We got that. Bringing it in, I'm going to delete the old scene. Oh, it actually updated, but whatever. We're going to bring that in. It makes me feel better. To zoom further, change the camera's settings. View, settings. Where the fuck is the camera? 40,000. There we go. There we go. Wowee. Okay, then we'll go transform. Bring that back to 0. So now we have all of our stuff here. Cool. So yeah, wowie. We save it. We're gonna save this as scene A, and we'll save it. New folder. We'll call this scenes. Sneens. I was never a very good speller. Scene A. Okay, so we're going to then make this local. And what I'm going to do for a lot of this stuff is make it its own individual thing, and then we'll bring it in with Blender. Okay, what are we going to do? There's so much to do, and I'm trying to figure out how we're going to approach it first. First, I kind of want to mess around with these, so we're going to take all 3 of these stone blocks, and I'm going to just grab a new scene, a 3D scene. We're going to bring the model in, and then we're going to make local. We're going to delete everything except those 3 blocks. So I'm going to grab these 3 and move them outside there, and then I'm going to delete everything there, and then I have my blocks right here. we'll take their transform and set them to 0. I want to keep the rotation though, so transform 0, transform 0. And yeah, actually I probably should, well, I want the Y to be different, so we'll do the Y here, and we'll do the Y there. So we got 3 up here and 2 up there. I don't like that, so we're going to bring 2 up here and 3 up there. And we're going to do a, these are going to be, we'll call them building blocks. Okay, what do I want to do here? I'm going to bring these up just like this. I'm going to add an animation player. I want it to be at least right off the ground. Okay. I don't know what that music is. Let's go back up here. So we got that. What I want to do is add an animation player, like I was saying, animation player, and we'll just do a new floating anim. And I'm going to make this relatively long, probably like 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm just going to add track, property track. We'll go to the stone blocks. Well, actually, I can do it this way. I can just, we'll grab the bottom one first, and we'll key the rotation. Should I have them all spin together or all spin separately? I think we'll do it separately. We're going to create the Bezier curves right there. Actually, they're all going to spin together. I think it's going to look like crap otherwise. So we're going to have this one, and this one up top. We're going to return them all to 0. And then we're going to set a track on all of them at 0. Okay, we already have the track for the number 1, and we got the number 2, and we create that. And then we'll go to 10. And I'm going to set this to 360, and I'll create a 360, and then we'll hit that up. So we have our track created there. We'll go up top and do the same thing. Yeah, 360, and we'll keyframe it, and then we'll go to the top one, 360, and then we'll keyframe it, and let's see how that looks. We got to go back to the bottom one here. Stone block 3. I guess I didn't keyframe this one. 360. So now they all kind of rotate together, and I think that's going to look pretty cool. I'm going to add some more effects, maybe some smoke. All right. And we want it repeating. So let's see, when it reaches the 10 seconds, what I'm wondering is if it will like glitch at all. You know what I mean? So no, it's just going to keep spinning like that, which is what we want. And let's add some particles. GPU particles, is that what we want? I think so. And we also, what I would think would be cool, let's just try a generic smoke texture. So we'll go into GIMP, we'll go new 1000 by 1000. We'll make this add alpha channel. I should have made it transparent, but I didn't, so now we're doing it the old-fashioned way by clearing it. So there we go. I want to grab my brush. I want to grab just a basic smoke texture. And I guess we should make it white like this, and we'll make it pretty big, about the size here. We'll make it, actually we can make it like close to 1,000 really, so like 866, somewhere in there. And we'll just put a few of these in here, and these are going to be our particles. So I'm going to now file, export as, we'll call this smoke particle, and we got to make it a PNG. And we want to put it in the blender, I mean in this game. So let me go here, we'll make a new folder, and that'll be textures. And we will export. So then when we go in here and to our GPU particles, we go to draw process, we'll add a new quad mesh. In the quad mesh, we're going to add a new material, a new standard material. In the material, we're going to add a new albedo. We need a texture, we need a quick load, and we'll grab the smoke particles. Right there, we got those going. We now need to go back up, and we'll go here. We need a process material to get our particles going. New particle process material. I think we should be seeing them. The problem is that we're not facing the right direction. So what we need to do to fix that is go back to our material here. We need to enable transparency on the alpha. We then need to come down to, I believe it's billboard, and set it to particle billboards, so that no matter which direction we're facing, we see them. We can then go to shading. Our shading is per pixel, that's fine. I think we want to turn down our alpha a little bit, and my envision was to have like smoke kind of emanating out of these spaces in between, if we can achieve that. So let's bring this up and bring that here. I mean, it's not super creative. I feel like I've seen this design before, but you know, we're not going for groundbreaking shit here. So I think we need to select some other things. Keep scale, we need to click on that, and then we also need to go to our albedo and say, I think we're actually good. We don't need to do anything else here. Vertex color, it uses albedo, we need to select that. Now we're good, and now we can edit a lot of this, the color and the shape inside of our process material with those selected. Let's go to scale. So if we start scaling up, we can see the shit gets really big. Let's put it at like, what is it, a 4 and a 4. A little too small, well, maybe about the right size. We also want the gravity to be negative, so it should be like a 9.8, so that way it's going up. And we want the emission shape to be a sphere, and let's put the sphere at about a 5 radius, maybe about a 3, more inside there, maybe a 4. And the gravity should be there, the initial velocity. So if we set that up a little bit, I do want them to move out. So let's set this at like 50. So we actually have some particles. So we don't want it only going in that direction. So let's change the spread a little bit. Direction. So that's pretty much what I want, is for it to go like everywhere. I think they're living a little too long though, so let's go to like 0.5. Or actually, I think we have just everything turned up way too high. So let's go to like a 5 and a 3. So that's more what I was looking for. We also need some... where is it? I think it's called proximity fade. It might be in materials. Yes, proximity fade enabled, and I think that makes it looks a little better. It should fade more when it hits other objects. Of course, now we want to change the color, maybe. So color right here, we want to do a color ramp. I think that would look cool. I think that should start off like a black smoke and then go to a reddish one. So we put a red over here. You can see that that's already changing there. We want it more of like a blood red. So I'll do that. And then in here, maybe we put like a yellow. What do you think? Yellow. Make a kind of like a flame type deal, or just black. I think just a dark black would be better. So it's just kind of like a black smoke coming out, and then we'll just have the red at the very end. I think that would be good. Maybe a little less. You know what I might do is do red and black smoke. Yeah, whatever. That would be fine for now. I think I'm just going to move this back so it's a little more... How many do I need if I look at it? So if I do like 200, what does that look like? And I'd set this to 0.75. I might have to turn my forces down. What do I set it to? Like 70. Cool. Maybe we might need to make this a little more... if I go here and I turn the alpha up a little bit, does that look better or worse? Kind of worse. But we don't have a world environment, so we're going to have to see how it looks in-game. It might look completely different. So all I'm going to do is just Control D and put another one up here. And then probably one on top too, because why not? Why not add more particles? Everybody loves particles, man. And then we're going to add some lights, because we need some lights. Light. I want a spotlight, and I want the spotlight to face my totem pole right here. Just like this. We'll move it over. And bam. Let's see how that looks. And we want the light, of course, to be a sinister red. So there we go. Let's make sure it extends past the platform, and we'll see how that looks. Yeah, we're going to save this as building blocks. Why not? And then if we go to scene A, I can delete all 3 of those nodes, and what I'll do is go here and add in the building blocks .tscn, and let me change the name of that. I need to rename this. There we go. All right. So now we have like one of these in the corner there, and I'm going to add a world environment there. And the world environment is going to be a new one, a background, a custom color. We'll make it black. We're going to have the energy at like a 0. It's just going to be a very bleak world. And then, yeah, I guess I want to have like most of the light coming from light sources in the scene. So if I grab a camera right now, camera 3D, and I bring it up and I go view, 2 viewports, and I put this at the perspective of the camera. Let's move it around a little bit to see the blocks. I'll have to add the first person character controller soon so I can actually move around in our scene, but for now I just want to make sure the scene will load and everything. Grab the camera. Let's save that, and let's just run this scene real quick and see what happens. Nothing. I guess we don't have the camera set to current. Okay, there we go. What? we have our camera. It's set to current. We're on scene A. Cannot open file. Oh, okay. Control save. I guess we updated it now. Let's try that again. Control Shift save, and then we're going to save this as building block, and I think that should solve our error if we remove this and then reload it as building block, and then we try to run. Okay, there we go. The problem is I made everything far too dark, so let's move that back to where it should be, right there, and let's add a sun. So add a light, and then it will be a directional light 3D. There we go. Let's see what happens if I turn up the energy. So now we should at least be able to see. Let's see what happens. There we go. So that's how it's going to look right now. There we go. I don't know what's going on with that. I feel vindicated though. That's working. So we have that. We gotta go to the building block scene though. Let's go to that scene, and what we'll do is go to animation player and set this to autoplay. So let's try that again, and we'll run it. So there we go. So now we have those spinning around. I don't really like the way that smoke looks. We'll probably have to get a better smoke texture. I just made that in like 2 minutes. So what do we need to do now? I think I'm probably going to just take a quick break and get some more coffee, and we'll decide what we're going to do next after that. So I'm just going to leave this on the screen. What happens if I turn... Oh, I can't turn that on and off. Let's give it some background. So let's make it at least a little bit better to see. At least for your purposes, you know, let's just have it like here. That way everyone can actually see what's going on. But yeah, we're in Godot now, so I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back in like 5 minutes. And we put the other one. All right. So I'm doing some stuff in the background. I'm not really at my computer desk right now, but I am thinking about like how I'm going to proceed from here. And we are going to add a first-person character controller, and I'm going to have to look up how to build them because I kind of forgot how to do it. But I think it's not that hard. All you have to do is make it move with the camera movement. I just forgot the like exact formula. And then the WASD is pretty easy. And then we'll have to build off that, and then we'll build it. Probably like a state machine for the character so we can pick up stuff and whatever. Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. And I will be back in like 2 minutes as my coffee is brewing. Alright, so we're back. I slammed down some Doritos. Nice. So, what are we going to do? Well, we need 3 freezers. So let's actually make the freezer scene now. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to basically make another one of these, and we got to figure out our thing here. Is this scene going to freak out every time I try and load it? I guess so. Let's close the editor and reopen it and see if that fixes our issues. It's because I renamed that folder, and that was not a very intelligent thing to do. Let's run it, and hopefully... There we go, no error. Well, you know, that's just wonderful for everyone. Okay, there we go. Now let's start doing stuff. So I'm going to look up, well actually we're going to just start making our player 3D scene, and we actually don't want that type of node. I want to go here, and I want to go character body 3D. And we need to add a collision shape to that, so we'll say collision shape 3D, and it is always usually most likely a capsule shape that we're going to use. So we'll bring that up right there, and then we'll just make a new folder and we'll call it player, and then we will save this as the player. And we need to look at what we have. We'll add a script, and yeah, we're going to add the basic movement script. So we should be able to move WASD, right? Yeah, I don't know. Let's add a camera to him. Let's just stick a camera on his head and see what happens. Let's go to player, we'll go to camera 3D. I know eventually we're going to have to do this. We'll add a node 3D, and then we'll put the camera on top of that, and we'll call this the camera swivel, and then we'll call this the player cam. And we'll go back to our scene A, and we also need to do some other stuff here. We need to take this platform and we're going to, let's go to the 3D. We're going to go to mesh, create tri-mesh static body. So now we have an area for our character to stand on. And I'm going to move that out here just because we're probably going to move a lot of the stuff out here and move it into like separate little things because it'll be easier. We're also going to get rid of this camera 3D because we don't need it, I don't think. And let's add our player and see what type of movement happens if we just add a random character body 3D script to it. I've never seen that, so. Alright, let's throw it in and let's roll the film and see what happens there. It's not going to move with the mouse, but it will move like probably forward, backward, left, and right, or not at all. So yeah, not moving at all. Let's take a look. I just thought it was already had the move and slide. UI left, UI right, UI up, UI down. And speed. Let's turn the speed way up and see if that's what's going on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just remind myself of how to code the first person. So I'm going to go to looking it up on Google right now. Character controller in Godot, and I usually just copy and paste the one from Kids Can Code because it's like the best one to do. Or, you know, copy and paste it from someone else because I just hate rewriting it over and over again. Sorry, I've been at this for a while. I'm like tired as shit now. I gotta switch my brain over from the other modes, so I haven't done it in so long. Oh, the BRB is still on the screen, is it? Oh, it is. Yo, nice. Thanks. Alright, I'm watching somebody else's video now. This is Ditzy Ninja's Godot.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
From Wawa. It's the roasted chicken fajita veggie quesadilla.
Do you just have a link to the script so I can copy it? Oh, nice. You put it right in the... Cool. Let me copy that. And paste it. Let me go to no distractions mode and let's see what we got here. So extends character body 3D. Yeah, pretty standard. Speed and jump. Look sensitivity, nice. I wouldn't have thought about that because I'm not sensitive at all. We got our input function here. Let's see what the input function is doing. So we got our mouse motion. This is what I forgot how to do. Okay, camera.rotate. And so we're going to actually change this to camera pivot. And then we'll change this one to camera pivot. And then we're going to add those. So, camera, pivot, what's the problem here? Oh. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to have to, of course, change that to be the... let's go back to our player scene, the camera swivel. So we'll just... camera swivel. And I think... should we be good to go? Move left, move right. So we're going to have to... yeah. Yeah, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Oh, do we have these? We probably don't. Let's go to project, project settings, input map. We're going to have to add these actions. So move left, move right. I'm going to... can I make you smaller? Yes, nice. Move left, move right. What do we got? Move forward and move backward. Right there. So then we'll start adding these in. It's going to be keyboard keys. It's going to be A. Right? Can I just... why is it being so weird? Can't I just go like A? Okay, there we go, yeah. So left is A. Right is D. We got forward is usually the W. And move backward should be the S. So we'll close and then we'll run this scene and see what the hell happens. Node 3D to a variable type of camera. Oh, yeah, because I want to get out of here. We don't need no typecasting up in this jank. What do you think we are, professional programmers? Hell no, dude. Float and nil operator. Event.relative.x look sensitivity. So we have an event and we have a relative. The look sensitivity we don't have, so we have a null. Oh, I didn't declare look sensitivity. Let's go to the player. I think if I click here, I think I have to... oh, I don't know how to put that shit in. Let's go like 0, 1. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, scene A. Alright. Well, our look sensitivity is a little crazy. A little wild. We're not moving at all. That might be because we're stuck in the floor. And our mouse is also not getting captured by the screen. So. Great. Let's fix some of that shit. Let's go to the player. Look sensitivity 0.01. Let's try that. Alright, that's a little better. And then I need to, of course, I need to clamp it so it can't go too far on the X. Oh, we do have some clamps. Nice. What else do we got to do? We've got to make our character bigger because our character is a little tiny guy right now. So, yeah, let me grab the collision shape. I'll bring it here. We're probably supposed to be about, I think that's too tall, probably about right here. It looks about human sized. And then we'll grab the camera swivel and bring that up to about where the face should be. And if I go back to my scene A, we're actually going to grab our character body and start him up here in the sky and see if he falls. So let's run that from the top and see what happens. Okay, so he fell right through the screen, and we are moving, so we can move down here So I guess we have a problem with our collision up there. Nice. So yeah, as you can see, we're very competent developers here. Holy fuck, I hate the way the guy... Why would you do it this way? Let's see. UI cancel, mouse mode captured. We don't want to do that. We want to just get rid of that. Yeah, thank you, dude. I was like, Whisker Biscuit, that's awesome. I forgot what it was. So, I want to do that on the ready function. So we're going to go func and ready, and then, let's see, what is that? Input.set. I'm reading it right off your comment. Input.set mouse mode, and then it should be input.mouse mode captured. Yeah. So what is the issue here? Use space character for indentation. What are you talking about? No, I didn't. Okay, so I had some issues with the script, but that normally happens when you copy and paste, so I think I messed that up here. Did I do something? Did I fuck something up here? Why is it all of a sudden being like this? And now it's fine. I guess I need to do all that real quick, because these should be... Yeah, dude, I'm having a tough one right now. It's all good. Yeah, that's why I hate copying and pasting sometimes, but it's like, you know, what am I gonna do? Write it all myself? Hell no. It's even worse when you do it from ChatGPT. But, you know, ChatGPT comes up with some pretty nice solutions for you a lot of the time. So now I can go up here and hit a func_ready, and we can start putting that stuff in. I think I should probably make the stuff bigger so you guys can see it, right? No shit. Is that any better? If it needs to be bigger, just post up in chat. Debugger freaking the fuck out. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I guess that would be unfortunate. Alright, so we need to say mouse mode. That's right. Input.set mouse mode. Input.set. Why do you not give me the... And then input... It was just up there, dude. What the fuck? That's right. Input dot what is it called? Mouse mouse mode. Sorry, my cat is like running around in the background and it's like distracting the hell out of me. There we go. I gotta get them out of this room at some point. Okay, so we're gonna capture immediately when we enter, and then on the input down here I also want to make this little thing so we can escape whenever we want. So if event dot is we say is action pressed and UI cancel, then we will quit game. So can't we just do git tree and quit, right? Quit. There we go. That way I can just quickly exit out whenever I press the escape button, and we should be captured as soon as we enter in. So let's go ahead and run that shit. Yeah. Well, we got to figure out why we fell through the floor. Maybe we got an issue there. But you know what I can always do is just do this. We can make a mesh instance 3D. We'll take a new plane mesh. Actually, I think we should do a box mesh because the plane meshes are outdated, I believe, or whatever. I thought they got rid of them. But yeah, we're just going to take that box and we're going to make it roughly the extent of what we need. So we scale it on up right there. And we're going to do the same thing in the Y. Actually in the Z. Because we don't really need it to be that tall. We're going to put it like that, and then we're going to go here. Let me hide Flesh Mountain real quick. And we just need to grab this and bring it down till it's just like roughly right below. And then we'll say mesh, create tri-mesh static body, and we should be able to stand on that. So then I'm going to hide that, and we'll run the game, and we should be able to just have this floor. Alright, let's see how that does us. Yeah, so we still can't move. Debugger, I like how that's just stacking up debuggings. We'll check that out in a second, but yeah, let's see what's going on. Jump does not exist. Yeah, I'm actually going to not use a jump. There's going to be no reason to jump in this game. So let's see if we can move there. We don't need that. Do we? Yeah, we don't need that. Fuck it, we'll leave it. Alright. Well, I'm moving, but I'm not falling. That's right, because I didn't spawn myself on the ground. So we'll have to spawn ourselves on the ground and make a note of that we have no gravity. And let's increase our movement speed by about 5 times. Let's see how that looks. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, who needs gravity? Gravity's not important. Then we will go back to our 3D. We'll take our character body and we'll just spawn him right there. And how big is he compared to our guy? He's still pretty tiny, so we need to make him larger. Let's go back to our player right there and bring that up, and then we'll bring this up. And we'll take our camera swivel and put that right there, and then we'll see how that looks. That's a little bit closer to what we should be working with. So now we can move around in our scene. I think we need to be a little bit taller because we're still kind of short. Let's go here and camera swivel should be like up here, I believe. So we'll make the collision shape like that. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We could just put the camera up there and have a little teeny tiny body down here. It doesn't really matter. But, you know, let's at least code it. Codificate. So now, yeah, that's about what I'm looking for. How's it going, buddy? We are a little taller than him, but that makes our stuff much easier to handle, so we can like look at that. We can come over here, pick our ingredients, look at the screen, see what we need, run over here to this stuff, and yeah, I think I'm just going to work on making this scene look a little better, and then I'll come up with a plan for coding tonight, and maybe tomorrow I'll be... Oh no. Well, we got a game over right there. But, yeah, so how can we make this look better? First, let's go up to our world environment. Turn down the energy. I think we just wanted the outlying thing to be black. We got to turn back on the Flesh Mountains. Where are they at? Flesh Mountain, there we go. We'll turn off the Mesh Instance 2D. Let me go to the Flesh Mountain texture and the material, and I'm going to make it a little less metallic. If I turn the specular off, that looks kind of cool, I think. What if I just change the roughness and leave the specular on, and change the roughness to somewhere in there, and turn the specular down a little bit. I don't know. We'll just leave it there. I kind of want it to just look creepy without being like, you know, overly slimy looking. We could add an emission and just make it glow like a dull red. So we just add that. We'll go to the red. And we'll just turn it way down, so it's just like barely. I don't even know. 0.05. Is this even going to look good? Who knows? So we have our light right here, and let's turn that energy down to 1. It might look, I guess, kind of like dark here, but I think we just got to turn that a little bit and then move it around. And I guess we should add some like fire coming up from here. Oh, I wanted to add a shader. So let me go to Godot shaders. Let me start my music back up. It helps me think. So I'm going to go to Godot shaders .com. And let me bring that over. Bring that over here, and then we'll go to Browse Shaders. We'll go to Spatial, and I know there's some water shaders in here. And here's a shader that I made. I made this with ChatGPT. You can go and download this shader if you want. It works with Godot 4, and it gives us this cool effect right here, little rainbow thing. But yeah, it works on mesh instances. So I'm actually going to copy this one, and we'll add that in, because that is a fun little one to do. So I'm just going to, let's see, I might have that in there. Let's just add a mesh instance 3D. We're going to add a sphere. We'll grab it, material, new shader material. We'll grab that, put that here, new shader. And we're going to call this one Rainbow VHS. That's kind of what it is. And we're going to actually make a new folder that's called Shaders. Okay, so we're going to save it and create. And then I'm going to go here, and we're going to delete this and Control V, paste that in and save it. And as you can see, interestingly enough, it actually got all of the, you know, like I didn't, whatever it is, all the spacing is correct in here, which is so weird when it copies the shaders. So, and then we can go to these parameters and change the speed of how fast it goes and the frequency of this. So I made this with ChatGPT. I mean, it did most of the work. I just said, like, make me a rainbow shader. And so yeah, that was pretty cool. We're gonna put this up here because I might use this to highlight items in the future. We're just going to leave it for now. I'm gonna make it a little bigger so we can admire it in the game. Maybe make it like that big, and then we'll put it off to the side. I just want to see what it looks like in game FPS style. I've only seen it top down. So, we got that. I want to get the blood filter in there, blood shader. So let's go back to Godot shaders. Let me go over here real quick. Just going to search water. Oh yeah, bring it over here. There's one cheap water shader. This is the one that I like. Mainly because this one doesn't really work when you first enter it. So I'll show you what I mean. If we grab it, we hit copy, grab the whole thing, we go back to Godot. I'm going to click on the mesh right here. We're then going to go to surface. We're going to get rid of that material and add a new shader material. We'll then create a new shader and we'll save it in the shader directory. And this will be a water. We'll call it blood shader. Blood shader. Right there, create. We go there, and I'm going to get rid of all these and paste it in there and then save it. And it's going to have some issues. Invalid render mode, async, that type of stuff. So, I actually had some issues putting that shit in, and we need this texture as well. So I'm going to save image as, and yeah, we'll save it. Let me go to, where is our shit? I have too many folders. There we go. Sorry, textures, and then I'm going to save it as our caustics. So I got that saved. Nice. Yeah, so these are the things we need to update, and we gotta change that. So we go back to Godot. What does the guide say? First delete async visible. So we gotta go up. We gotta find async visible, and we just delete that variable. It's no longer used. The next thing we need to do is to replace hint color with source color. So we need to change that to source color. And then I think we need to change this to source white as well. And are we in business? I guess not. Hint white to hint default white. Okay. Default white. So there we go, and now we have our shader. So we go to shader parameters, we can change the tint. We're going to change it to a blood red, and then we're going to grab the caustics and we'll go quick load. If we type in caustic right there, we have it. So now we have our river of blood, an ocean of blood, blood ocean. So there we go. Let's take a look how that looks in game. So now we can walk around. We got our burning statues holding us in this hellscape. We have our flesh mountains in the background. We got our pool of blood. We have our altar to sacrifice our food on. We got our food over here, and we have this weird revolving shader thing. So, Where do we go from here? I'm just trying to think. I guess I should maybe add some crosshairs. I gotta make one in GIMP, and then when we start looking at stuff, we've got to shoot a raycast from the character's face, and then if it hits something, we have to start making individual scenes for each one of these objects. And so like we can click on them and interact with them and hold them. So that's going to be a little challenging. And then we keep getting stuck on this shelf over, I guess. Oh, that's right, no gravity. Sick, man. So we have no clip enabled by default. So we're going to have to make some mountains or something. And yeah, we'll just walk into the endless void if that terrifies anyone. It does me, so I like to be around here. Yeah, so we just have to do some stuff. First, we want to... Visually, we gotta make more freezers. We gotta make more of these things. We've got to... So much to do. Alright. Cool. How long have we been doing this for? I've been at this for like 3 hours now. I think we're making pretty good progress. So we'll save it. I'm gonna grab some coffee. Oh, you guys can't even hear me. I was muted. I'm trying to change the music to something better. Let me get rid of that, and I'm just going to do electronic music because I need something upbeat. But, okay, so I think what we're going to do... is okay, yeah, let's start making shit that we can pick up. So let me grow, we'll grab this patty. I'm actually going to, can I take this and say save branch as scene, and we'll go to new folder. We're going to call this objects, and we'll save that as single chicken patty.tscn. Oh yeah, I was making the ice cubes, and we still got them ice cubes, but not the wrapper. So let me open this up, and then we're gonna have to create a transform. Oh wait, no, we click this mesh, create tri-mesh static body. So now we have our static body here, collision shape 3D, and what are we gonna do? Should we display some type of highlighting whenever we hit the thing? Well, anyway, I've got to take our character. We got to go here and add a raycast 3D, and that is actually going to be attached to the player camera. And so we're going to go up here, and we're going to let's see, poke it out in the Z. Let's try 100 units, and we'll get rid of this 0, and then let's try negative 100 to face it directly forward from where the camera is what we want to do. So how many units is that? That's pretty far. That's way too far. So let's do let's try 10 units. How far does that go? That's still pretty far. Maybe we only need like 2 or 3. So 3 is not many, I guess. Let's go. I feel like, okay, so that's 10. I guess I had 100 in there. My bad. It was hard because I had this over. So that's about 10 units. That's what we can see. And So let's go to GIMP real quick and make a crosshair. We'll go File, New. This doesn't have to be that big, so let's go maybe 250 by 250, and we will. We got to make this transparent. So let me just grab this. I'll grab that. I got to grab the eraser. Do we not have an alpha channel? Add the alpha. I am the alpha. So be transparent, and now we have to grab that, and we got to throw some shit in here. Basically, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to go right here in the middle, and this is probably a really stupid way to do it, actually, because I don't know when I'm exactly centered. I guess the best way to do it would be to make it very small, like only a few pixels wide. I could do it in A-Sprite. Or I could go to Google Images and Google Crosshair. So let's try that. Let's go to Images. And if I see one that I like, let's see, is this one a PNG? It's a WebP. Let me save this one and we'll see what we can do with that. Because it's kind of a difficult thing to make. So, File, Open, and where is our crosshair? Where did I just save you? Textures. So I go to Textures, and it's not there. I guess maybe I saved it in the other one. Crosshair, okay. Open, let's see what that looks like. Alright, so that should do it. I just want to change the color of it to... yeah, let's go to Color. Colorize, and what do you think? Like bright red? Or just black? Or... we could do a white. I guess I'll just do a red for now. And what we'll do is File, Export As, and we'll go Crosshair red. And I want to do it as a PNG. And export, and then we're going to go Color. Colorize, and we'll make it green. And that way I could do like a interactable thing. So it's like it changes color based on... you know, the shit or whatever. So, okay, there, File, Export As, green. And then I also want to do one as yellow, so Color, Colorize, and I'm just going to do one as a nice yellow for when we're not interacting with anything. So, File, okay, File, Export As, yellow. Alright, there we go. Now let's go back into Godot, and if we go to our player camera, so I think we can actually just create a control node here, because we're going to need UI anyway, so we'll just start making that. Nice. So we're going to take this and set it directly in the center, right? Actually, I can just add, this will be the control node, so we're going to make this the full rect layout right there. And then we're going to grab this and add an image texture. Maybe it's just texture rect now. Okay, yeah, texture rect. Sorry, I got Blender on my mind. And then we'll go and center it right in the middle. And then what we can do is go to texture, and we'll quick load the... where's crosshair, and we're just going to do the yellow. So we have that there. Let's see how that looks in our scene if we now run our scene. So we have a little crosshair there that looks kind of interesting. I don't think it's exactly the point where we want it on the screen, but for now it's doable. I feel like it should be up just a little bit higher, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong here. But I just got a text, hold on. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let me go back to our single chicken patty scene. And this static body here, we're going to name this chicken patty body. Chicken patty body. And what I want to do is on our raycast, we're going to start coding some stuff. So let's actually go to our camera swivel and we're going to add a script here. And this script is going to tell us whenever we have an object that we've hit. So we need to extend the raycast out. So if raycast, well, not extend the raycast, but let's actually make an onReady variable. OnReady variable var ray equals, and we need our ray cast 3D, and so we say ray dot can we say if ray dot is colliding, then we should just, right now we just want to print our collider, ray.collider. I think we can do that. So let's see if we can access the chicken nugget by getting close to it now, because we should be able to, and we are colliding with bodies and areas. So nice. Yeah. Scene A. So we should start printing out whenever we touch the chicken patty. Okay, so we just don't have that, but it is colliding. So let's see, ray, what do you return when you are colliding? Let's say ray. Let's actually change this to a raycast 3D, and we'll say ray dot get collider. There we go. Nice. So let's try that again, and let's see if we can access our floating chicken patty. So there we go. If we go over it, you can see down there that we are printing out what we are hovering over. So I think we're at a pretty good point right now to take a break. I'm going to go get some lunch and stuff because I haven't eaten much, and then we're going to probably get back to it a little later on today. But yeah, thanks for everyone for coming out and hanging out. Probably be back on around like maybe 8 or whatever, or 9 or something. But yeah, peace out for now. Oh yeah, and I am going to take all these at the end and make one like video of how I made this thing and like really cut it up so you just get all the like how-to, kind of like my last huge video. So that's the intention. But yeah, everyone have a good afternoon.